What's up, Mini friends? So this video is kind of a tribute and send-off to the Clubman. This modern iteration of the Clubman came about in 2007 as the first gen, and then in 2014 this second gen. And the second gen is not going to go on beyond 2024. The new Minis that are coming out, the J01 electric Mini Cooper, the F66 ice-powered Mini Cooper, the new U25 Mini Countryman, those are going to continue on. We also have the new Aceman model, and unfortunately the Clubman, as of right now, there are some grumblings that it might come back in the future, but as of right now, this is the end of the life for the Clubman. And it's a real shame. It's one of my favorite Mini models, but that's not saying much. I'm a huge Mini fan, and I like pretty much any Mini model, maybe except for that 5-door. But yeah, it's one of the coolest Mini models. It's really sleek looking. It's essentially a wagon, which we don't really have in the US. We don't have too many wagon models. I know in Europe there are a lot more wagons, but here in the US there aren't too many wagons, and this is a wagon. It's a small wagon, and it's still a Mini though, despite that. It handles and drives really well. It has some powerful options. This one happens to be a JCW. Now for power, there's plenty of power in this JCW Clubman model. It's actually the same engine as the GP3, that's 301 horsepower. So this car also has all-wheel drive, which means it can get off the line with all that horsepower really fast. It's a little bit slower in terms of response because it's a heavier car than the GP3, but it's got the same amount of power and the same amount of speed. It just feels like it takes a little more effort to get it up to that speed. But yeah, super powerful engine in this tiny little car. Just because it's a Clubman doesn't mean it's not fast. And while I've never owned one, I do really enjoy driving Clubmans. I do take them out on occasion for test drives, and I'm also in this one right now, which is as a press vehicle. And yeah, the Clubman, I'm gonna give you some of my favorite things about the Clubman. First, I love the look of it, the outside look. Like I said, it's a wagon, and there's not too many wagons in the US, and when you lower this, and which people do lower it, it looks so cool. I'm also a big fan of the barn doors. I know some people don't like them. I'm a big fan of them. It does block your view just a little bit where the seam of the two doors is in the rearview mirror, but it's not terrible. You can still see around it really well. The barn doors are a unique feature you don't see on too many other cars out there. And there's another Mini right there. The fact that they just open with the press of a button, press it twice, it will open the other side for you. Pretty cool. The car also has a surprising amount of space. Now, I own a Countryman, which has a lot more space than you would expect, but the Clubman is right up there. When you fold the seats down, the space that you have in the car is really quite impressive. It's not too far off of a Clubman. It does sit a little bit lower, and the opening is quite different with the barn doors compared to the hatch that lifts up, but space-wise, interior-wise, it's really nice. I can easily fit in the back of this car, just as I would be able to a Countryman. It's about the same amount of space as a Countryman, just slightly less. But with the seats folded down and those rear barn doors, you got plenty of cargo space in here, which doesn't seem like there should be much for such a small wagon. To me, the Clubman has always felt like the premium version of a Mini, like the premium model. It always feels like it has really nice interiors, and the layout's really cool. I mean, it's the same layout and interiors as the other models, but this one just it always feels a little bit different in the Clubman. I don't know if that makes sense. If you're a Mini fan, maybe you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm really bummed that this is the end of the line for the Clubman. I've always liked it. Maybe I should have bought one or two in my lifetime to help those sales numbers go up, and they maybe keep the model around a little bit longer for the next generation. But it is what it is. So this is kind of a send-off to the Clubman. So I wanted to tell you about what I liked about it. I wanted to take it for our last drive, show you what it's like inside and outside. So it had a good run, 2007 to 2024. There is a special edition to commemorate the Clubman, the final edition. It's going to have 1,969 units, which is 1969 when the original Clubman came out. Nothing out on the street really quite looks as cool as the Clubman. So yeah, if you ever get a chance to drive one or buy one, I definitely recommend you take that opportunity. So yeah, don't forget to tell me what you think about the Clubman. Were you ever a fan of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Tell me what you think on the comments down below. So yeah, that is going to be my video. This is my goodbye to the Clubman. If you didn't know, being discontinued. And it's a super fun car. Get yourself one. If you haven't, go for a test drive. But for now, I'm going to say thanks for watching. And as always, when you see other minis out there, especially cool Clubmans like this, don't forget to wave. See you later.